Here we have a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. Now this one comes in the LTZ trim level with the TrailBoss package, black on jet black leather interior. Now the powertrain consists of a 6.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 gasoline engine that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. I just have the running lights on now. I really like the Silverados when they just have the running lights on. It's just it's a mean looking truck, especially with this TrailBoss package, red recovery hooks, everything's blacked out in the front. It's just, it's a boss, it really is. Now as we come around to these wheels, these are gonna be 20-inch aluminum wheels. And I'm sorry the truck's a little dirty, just got off the truck and car wash won't fit it. With passive keyless entry on the front, power door lock controls, memory seat function. We have one-touch up and down windows in the front, express down in the back, power folding and sliding side mirrors there, blind spot monitors in those, rear window lockout is there, and the power mirror controls are here. Bose sound system, bottle holders, electronic parking brake. We can go through the drive modes here, full four-wheel drive, headlamp controls, heads-up display. Then we have a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel, hood release, side pockets on the driver's side and front passenger side. And then here is our power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. I'm gonna show you the tow figures, but while I'm doing that, I wanna give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, as I'm going through the window sticker here, you can see it's a ton of options. And $79,133 is that sticker price. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're about to check out the rear seat room sitting behind myself. So phenomenal space, seat back pockets on both sides, headroom is good, legroom is great. 3-stage heated outboard seats back here, and then you have a USB-C, USB-A charge duo, rear AC vents, bottle holders. There's the look at the front from back here. Optional roof, that's a sunshade, LED reading lights throughout. And then this middle seat will fold down, bottle holders are there. You can hang a whole uniform, maybe even two if you push your luck on that hook there. It's pretty strong. Child locks, lock, unlock there. And then lift this seat up. Optional underseat storage option right there. And then you even have the in-seat storage as well. Fuel filler, that'll take regular gas just fine. And then as we come around to the back end, LED tail lamps. And we have the multi-pro tailgate on this one, so you can fold that piece down. Really wish we had the power up and down tailgate, but I get why this would be put on here, just because it's a little higher off the ground than a half-ton truck. 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in there. And then your hitch receivers there, spare tire, exhaust. And then as we come around in the rear passenger side, just gonna take a quick look from this angle. And then your lower anchors are right there. Front passenger seat power with two-way power lumbar support as well. Again, side pocket, lockable glove compartment here, top pocket right there. And then as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And again, 6.6 liter gas, V8. All things considered, if you were gonna get a truck spec just like this and add the the Duramax, you're adding pretty much another 10 grand on top of what this is priced at. So just keep that in mind. But here are the blinkers. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Over here to the infotainment system. AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. USB drive is there. Google Maps. I actually like Google Maps, it's growing on me. You have the Google Assistant as well. And I don't know if I mentioned the wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, front camera, backup camera. And you have the top-down view, curbside view. And then we have the cargo lamp view there. And then trailering, I really like this. This is something I've kind of learned about as I've been in these. You can actually just go in here, use a trailer, go through a checklist, weight, all of that. It's just a really neat setup here. You can even set up a theft alert, tow haul mode reminder, shows you the fuel economy and all that, the trip mileage based on a trailer that's hooked up. And then we have dual zone automatic climate controls. You can either use the screen here or the buttons and knobs down below. Go into the settings and you can see your vehicle settings, which include rear seat reminder, teen driver, and buckle to drive. And then if you scroll down to your system settings, you can change your language here. And lane keeping system, parking sensors, lift gate, you can release that, or tailgate, excuse me. Hazards there, traction control, downhill brake control, or hill descent. And then over here, home button if you don't want to use this here, volume knob, click there to mute. And then down below, again, those buttons and knobs for the dual zone climate controls. You have a USB-A, USB-C port there, heated cooled seats, 3 stages, trailer brake controller. And then over here, storage while your phone or whatever's on the charger. I like this because you could probably fit like a full-size iPad here and have it on that charger if you're going to like a, I don't know, like a job site or whatever. You need to show somebody some dimensions, I don't know. So I think that's pretty cool. Bottle holders, and then you have a wireless charging pad there, 3-prong household plug-in here, USB-C, USB-A duo. This one connects directly to the radio, and then you have a removable tray right there. Rear camera mirror, I think this is part of the technology package. Nice option. OnStar, power sliding rear window, power sunroof controls, garage door transmitter, and there are the lights. Now I'm going to show you how this slides one touch. So one touch goes all the way back. You can close it as well, one touch. And you just hold the switch back here for the power sliding rear window. And then vanity mirror, back up front, left side stalk, blinkers, intermittent wipers, then one time there, fluid, auto high beam toggle, and then the shifter on the right side. You just hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral, drive. You have that low gear there, and then you can toggle the speeds right there at the limiter, and you can see what gear you're in that bottom right hand corner. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through track list, radio station presets. Behind on the right side, volume up, volume down. Cruise control is adaptive here, but you can go between regular and adaptive by holding that cancel button. And then you can adjust your speed here. Gap adjust for the forward collision alert and the adaptive cruise here. Heated steering wheel toggle, and then mute, voice recognition. These 2 arrows in the scroll bar basically control what's going on in the middle part of the gauge cluster here. So tire pressure monitors, oil life, brake pad life, all of that. And then you can go into the options menu, units, you can go from US to metric there. So you basically go through the sub menus here, and then you can go through, when applicable, the sub menus themselves here. Heads up display, which is a nice touch. You can adjust the information shown there. And again, it's not flashing. That's just how my camera's picking it up. You can adjust the brightness as well. Push button start. Finally, here is the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Silverado 2500 HD LTZ TrailBoss gasoline engine truck out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 2500 HD LTZ with the gas engine, it's a different feel compared to driving the Duramax. I drive more of these 3/4 ton and 1 ton trucks with the turbo diesel than I do the gas engine. Not necessarily bothersome, but it's just, it takes some getting used to. It drives differently than the Duramax does, definitely. And it mostly has to do with the low end torque, as you kind of give the truck throttle coming out of corners, because there's not like a sweet spot with the turbo there where it pulls hard. It's just kind of pulling more linear as you give it throttle from a stop. So I like it, but I'm just used to the turbo diesel feel, I guess, like the turbo spooling up for power and all of that. I'm gonna give it a little pull here, but there's a cop right there. Here we go. So, I mean, that was pretty good pickup. Now, I do want to give one more huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But honestly, this is one of the smoothest rides I've ever had with the 2500. I don't know what it is, but it's just going down the interstate very smoothly. Not used to that. And wind noise isn't bad. Road noise, I can hear it a bit more because it's a TrailBoss, more off-road oriented, all of that. But for the most part, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. And I feel like this is a good option, you know, to go with a gas engine, to go with the 2500, because this will still pull 18,000 plus pounds on a gooseneck. So unless you're needing to tow 20K plus, this is a good way to go if you're only trying to tow between like 10 and probably 15,000, just to be safe. But then also, it's a bit easier to drive compared to a dually, in my opinion. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, I mean, this is pretty solid. Like I said in the walk around portion, if you want to get the Duramax with this same setup, you might as well just add $9,900 to $10,000 on top of the $79,133 that this sticker's for. But honestly, diesel is very efficient for more longer range driving. But if you're doing a lot of city driving, a lot of accelerating, the diesel isn't necessarily as efficient as the gas engine. So especially if you're doing a lot of in-town driving, things of that nature, this is a good option because it keeps you under 80 grand. You get a whole bunch of off-road stuff, a whole lot of comfort amenities that you would expect from an LTZ. And you know, it's easier to fill up. Maybe not now, you know, with what's going on in the country right now and the war in Iran, all of that. But for the most part, gas tends to be cheaper than diesel is, depending on what's going on. And especially when you consider the efficiency of one of, you know, especially when it's cold out, the efficiency of gas kind of, at least cost-wise, can outweigh the benefits of a diesel engine if it's not warming up all the way and kind of doing what it needs to do to be efficient. And another thing that's kind of interesting is this fuel range meter. I really like it because based on your driving dynamics, it adjusts how much range you have. Kind of like EVs, when you hook up a trailer, let's say you have a full charge on a Silverado EV, it's 460 or whatever. But then once you hook your trailer up, it sees the weight. It'll say, all right, you got about 220 miles based on the extra weight I'm pulling. So this does something similar, which I like. I floored it going down the ramp, and then the range went down quite a bit. But as I've kind of been driving normally, the range is going back up. So it's saying based on how you're driving now, you should be all right. You won't need to fill up in the next 5 minutes with a quarter tank of gas. But again, I think this is a good option if you're just wanting to tow a bit above normal and you don't necessarily want to pay extra for a Duramax. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 26 Silverado 2500 HD LTZ Trail Boss.